day, guys. This is your tutor engineer. Today we'll be doing part 2 on motion in one dimension, focusing on speed and velocity. So let's start with today's lesson. Herman is on his way to school, which is 5 kilometers from his house in an easterly direction. After 1.5 kilometers, he drops his watch, but only realizing that he has done so after he has walked a further 0.5 kilometers. He turns around to pick up the watch and then carries on walking to school again. His entire journey lasted 40 minutes. Calculate, number 1, his speed. So, okay, let's just pick a color here. Okay, so let's first picturize the motion for Herman's journey. He started at home, so this is the home, and then he's heading to school. So this is gonna be the school. Okay, the distance between the home and the school is 5 kilometers. So he started from his home, walking 1.5 kilometers, and then he dropped his watch. Let's call it DW for dropping the watch. He didn't realize that, therefore continued to walk 0.5 kilometers before realizing that he has dropped the watch. Then he turned back for picking up the watch. That would have been another 0.5 kilometers to go back. Picks up the watch and then go to school. So the distance between when he picked up the watch to school is 3.5 kilometers. Now let's calculate the speed from our picture. We know that the speed is a scalar quantity. So this is the formula for the speed. St being the total distance and time, and t being the time. So let's first work out the total distance for his journey. Now he traveled 1.5 kilometers plus 0.5 kilometers plus 0.5 plus 3.5. That is the total distance. So remember, with the total distance, you don't take into account the direction because it is also a scalar. So our total distance is 6 kilometers. The time had been given to us is 40 minutes, I'm sorry. So this is t, which is 40 minutes. Let's convert it to hours by dividing by 60. So this would be 0.67 hours. Now you can calculate the speed. You know the total distance traveled. You know the time, 0.67. The speed is 9 kilometers per hour. Okay, now let's go to question 2. 5.1.2 calculates the velocity. The velocity is a vector quantity, which means you need to take into account the direction. So SD is a displacement, then T is the time. So what is the displacement? Displacement is a relative positioning between the initial position and the final position. So the relative distance between initial and final is 5 kilometers to the east. So this will be our displacement. We already know the time given to us is 40 minutes. So let's just plug in the displacement and the time, 0.67 hours. Which will give us 7.5 kilometers per hour towards the east. Remember, Ironman is moving east. Now let's go to 5.2. If he walked at the same speed but did not drop his watch, how long would it have taken him to reach the school? Okay, now the language is very important. They say here same speed, not same velocity, but same speed. We've already worked out the speed. Remember, it's 9 kilometers per hour. Let's just choose a different color for that. This is the speed. Now, okay, let's write the value of the speed. And then we're asked to calculate how long, which is the time. And then if it did not drop his watch, the total distance traveled would have been the straight 5 kilometers. So now let's work out the time. The speed is 9, total distance is 5, and we have to calculate the time. That means time is 5/9, which is 0.56 hours. Okay, that's it. We've come to the end of our today's part on speed and velocity. I'll do part B. Stay tuned for that one. And if you liked today's lesson, please subscribe. Okay, see you later. Cheers.